Hey, this is Time Bomb. If it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for joining me here today. I'm going to be doing my first breakdown on a defense, so make sure to hit that like button. Helps out the channel so much. So this is basically just a stock defense that I've been using. It's a great way to, I think, start off most games because it's pretty decent against the run as long as you use her properly to support it, and as well, it's great for pass coverage, and you can kind of adjust to it a little bit as you see what your opponent's doing as well. So instead of the big nickel over G, you need to flip it. So the way that I set it up is I have flip off, auto flip off, and base align on so that I can do it. I can't flip here, eh? Okay, well, I'll just come into the game here, and then I'll just flip it right here, and base align. So what I like to do here is, okay, so I've got it flipped and based align because you have your nickel back right here. So you need to hold the left trigger and up on the right stick to see your play art here in practice mode. So what I do, first of all, is I double tap Y and put X into a cloud flat, double tap Y again and put Y into an outside third there. So that's going to create this, you got the outside protection, then I'll hit Y down and up to get that side over here into the cloud flat on the right side of the field, and then I'll double tap the right on the D-pad, which brings up my linebackers, and I'll put X into a middle third. So then I've got basically a sort of mixed cover 3, cover 2 with a middle third sort of thing going on here, and I always grab this guy and bring him right over the middle to hover, and just kind of user right there. What we got going on for the offense here? So what I'm really looking to do is to use her over the middle of the field, kind of with against my opponent. So as soon as he snaps the ball, I'm just kind of looking over the middle, going to cover like Y across, and then just pass it off, and hopefully the pressure will get in there like that. I was obviously just using both controllers and just letting it snap though. Here we got a weird little play action play. The pressure should get in there, so I'm flipping it here just because I couldn't figure out how to do that in the play mode, and then gonna base a line. See, that'll get them into this look. So this is kind of what they'll come out as out of the huddle, and then I'll quickly put it into cloud flats for the right over here. See that that hook zone on the right of the field, where the purple would become that cloud flat rather on the right side of the field. I'll double tap Y, put X into cloud flat, double tap Y, put Y into an outside third. Sometimes it'll be LB who will come up as that, so you just have to be aware of which one it is. In this case, I was flipping it, that's why it was Y, but normally it's LB actually that will come up there. You just have to be aware of which one it is. And then lastly, I'll double tap the right on the D-pad to bring up my middle linebackers, and put X into that middle third, which gives us this look. Now, I don't necessarily always leave the other guy in the hook zone. Sometimes I might man him up on something, like maybe if I thought the tight end was going to cut across to the left side of the field, or maybe this wide receiver to the other side, or whichever wide receiver, I might start manning them up, or even blitzing that guy, depending. But I'll always use the cornerback, the nickelback rather, and yeah, just kind of hover over the middle, wait on the snap of the ball. See here is a little play action. I release it as the QB, and he was able to get a short yardage, but that cloud flat on that side of the field is going to stop that quickly. Pretty good job with the two hands being able to do that, if I don't say so myself. So again, we're going to flip this play, base align. I'm going to put them into the cloud flats, put X and Y into their outside thirds, and then lastly put X up the middle in that middle third. Now, yeah, he's a little close here. I don't necessarily want this third to be that close down there. You want him more like back up here a little bit. But if you want some run support, you can get him in that close for sure. And this time we'll try blitzing Gruger Hill, this other middle linebacker. Sometimes I'll have both safeties subbed in for the linebacker spot in this play. Other times I'll just use a middle linebacker if I have him. You do want someone decent to be able to play that middle third. Otherwise, they can just abuse you up the middle. So I do like to have a safety there, someone more athletic to be able to get up on those if possible. And it looks like it's a run play this time, so we'll see this. I'm just kind of blocked the user up the middle, but basically the line was able to get there and shut him down. There was no room outside. What I'm usually trying to do on run plays is just back up with my user kind of more over the middle, and then just kind of follow the running back whichever way he goes with my user, and basically just try to close him from getting anywhere outside to just limit his runs, and I find that to work pretty well. And so this time here, oh wow, kind of messed up. We haven't flipped it? I feel like I'm very confused over this one here. Okay, yeah, there we go. I just have my users over there on that side. There we go. Now we're set up properly. See the proper look there. Yeah, it's just weird because I can't come out like I would say. Normally I would have it base aligned and auto flip on so I could automatically come out with that guy on that side. That's the way I like to run my big nickel. And so you have this other option here as well. When you see like 3 receivers out there and the offense is going to look for them, then you can even start to man up these 2 middle guys on those receivers. I would look for the 2 receivers you think are going to be heading for the middle, and then I would just keep my eye on that 3rd receiver. If he cuts to the middle a little bit later, that's who you'd want to kind of cover user. But basically, if that guy stays outside, then the coverage should be able to pick him up, right? Like, so here he's kind of got that coming over the middle. I'm going to throw a Y. My user should have been kind of watching over the middle as well to protect that, and I was a little late on it, so that's why I was able to throw it. But you can see the coverage was pretty much all there. You just are more vulnerable over the middle when you do man those guys up, so then you just have to watch it more with your user to make sure that they don't burn you kind of like that over the middle like I just did with 2 controllers. Kind of hard to watch both. Let's try something similar. Let's see what we got here, because I've just been using the random play as well to just get some different stuff. All right, so we got a little pass and play here. There you go. Okay, sending out a couple routes. So we're gonna flip it. Alright, I already flipped it, eh? There you go. So here we go. We've got the tight end. He's manned up because I know he's running a route, and I've also got that inside receiver manned up. I'm just going to back that safety up over to that side and get my user right over the middle here. So just kind of watching the middle. So he's going to pass up to Y and be able to like close in on it really quickly. If I wasn't using both controllers, then I would have been able to probably make the lurk right there, seeing that play coming. And if I was my opponent and the pressure wasn't getting in there, then I would probably be looking for that next route, and you just want to cut back with your user over the middle. Basically, once it passes off towards the cloud, then you can kind of just let it go. So I typically will use just the hook zone more often than not in the middle of the field, but sometimes I'll switch it up with that man coverage, and sometimes, occasionally, especially if I see more crossing routes coming, that's when I might start to use the manning up to when I really see what plays my opponent are using and how I can shut it down. That's when I might start to use a lot more of that manning up those 2 guys. But yeah, that's basically the way that I've been running this cover 3, mostly as that stock, just like I said, to start off the game. So I'm just going to run through it one more time here. Remember, you want it flipped, base aligned, you get them into cloud flats, X into a cloud flat as well on that side, and then you get this safety. You put him into the outside 3rd and get one of your linebackers into the middle 3rd, which gives you this look right here, and you'll just use your Jenkins. I like to hover him kind of right here, over the middle, over the center, and it's been a great defense for me to get a lot of stops, a lot of picks, and yeah, it's been working for me. So try this play out. Let me know how it works for you. Thanks for checking out this video. I've been Time Bomb. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you later.